every single year here at iHeart, all across the entire company. San Diego, iHeart San Diego. We do it because a very special place right here in our backyard, Rady Children's Hospital. And look, we do the Rady Children's Giveathon every single year, like I said, and we are trying to raise as much money as we can for this fantastic organization because, Fletch, I think you know, everyone you talk to, it seems like they have a story somewhere, somehow, a family member, if not someone of their own, maybe themselves, went through Rady, have some story with Rady. Rady changed their life in some meaningful way, and that's what we want to do. We want to give back. So you can call 1-800-258-0007, or you can text 760 to 51555 if you would like to donate. Rich out today again. He's got the flu. Got the flu yesterday. He's texting us. He's like, I'm hallucinating, man. Got 104 temperature. It was like 104 plus. Is he okay?
Yeah, he's having the flu and hallucinations, but not in the fun way. I think in kind of the scary way.
Yeah,
so Big Rich, hope you're doing okay.
The medical advice that we're giving him, I don't think is good.
I just kept telling him to take more edibles or to take any edibles.
Yeah, I don't think he's taken any yet.
I know, but I think he probably should. It would probably help. But Travis, I've been a part of this for going on 6 years now, and we do it every single year. And I always say it's the 2 best days of the year because it's the 2 days where we can walk away from our silly little radio show that we do, where we make a lot of jokes and we make fun of people and we make fun of each other. But these 2 days are different, and it's going to be a different sounding show. And it's because of the impact that our listeners are able to have each and every year. And it surprises me somehow each and every year. But if you want to donate, you know we're competitive. We want to beat Kogo. Ted and LaDonna don't have nothing on us, as we like to say every single year. But text us 760 to 51555. And that's how you can start giving the gift of hope during this holiday season, where there are legitimately people waking up in Rady Children's Hospital today. And we'll get the exact number to you. But these are people who are spending their holiday season in the hospital.
Yep.
And that's good for nobody. And this is where your money is going to. It all stays right here in San Diego. Rady Children's Hospital. Every single person you talk to around this community has some story from Rady. And you're going to hear a lot of those stories this week. But keep it locked in and do what you can this holiday season. Text 760 to 51555. You can give the gift of support of the patients at Rady Children's Hospital.
I have 2 concerns with things you just said. One, we can't make fun of each other today?
We can.
Okay. All right, thank God.
But it's a different show. It's a different show.
Whew. I got sweaty. I got clammy. Number 2, yes, already Kogo, LaDonna Harvey, throwing down the gauntlet. Just was over there chatting with them, and they were making fun of us. They were making fun of our audience size versus their audience size. Come on.
Level playing field. 760 is a huge signal. We have no excuses anymore,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know what?
Can't go any further without thanking the people who are allowing us to do these 2 days of giving and support to Rady Children. So Jersey Mike, San Diego County Credit Union, Nova Kombucha, Cable Pipe and Leak Detection, Indian Motorcycle of San Diego. We thank our sponsors so much. And SeaWorld San Diego has festive cheer and special traditions to families this holiday season at its annual Christmas celebration. We were giving away tickets to that last week. Make sure you go check out SeaWorld this holiday season.
Yeah, and still a lot to get to in sports as well. Justin Herbert, he done. Also, the Shohei Ohtani deal, as more and more starts to come out about what the Dodgers did here, they're either evil geniuses or just complete cheaters or a little
smarter than everybody.
They're smarter than everybody. We got outsmarted as we keep digging this thing up here. Wow, Greg Smith already donating here. On an early text message. Wow, $500. That's insane. Come on, I love that.
It's not one of ours. We need someone to match it. Greg Smith.
Greg Smith immediately has texted $500. And by the way, Eddie Papani threw down the gauntlet, and he said he will have the first person who donated. And I said, no, you don't, because Patrick Allen already donated. So thank you, Patrick Allen.
PA, we love you, pal. Yeah, hope Florida's treating you okay. But yeah, that's a KIOZ, which I don't even know what that is. But we need more. I don't care. We need more 760s up on the board. So somebody match the Greg Smith 500 right now.
That's right. But the Shohei Ohtani deal that they keep peeling back the layers on of what this thing entails. So if you don't know, if you haven't heard, 10 years, $700 million. And the Dodgers have elected to defer this money for 10 years. And well, Shohei Ohtani elected to defer this money for 10 years. The Dodgers are going to pay him $2 million a year until the end of 10 years, where then the $680 million remaining in his contract will be paid out over 10 years at $68 million a year. Tons of numbers, hard to wrap your head around. It gets even more complicated because the Dodgers are going to be putting this money into either an annuity or a savings account every single year. Now, they have a couple options here, and we don't know what the details are and what options they've chosen. But Major League Baseball requires them to take the money that they would be paying Shohei every year and put it in a bank account showing that they have the funds available. So those funds will then grow interest. The interest goes to the Dodgers, not Shohei. So if they elect to put $680 million aside to show they can pay this amount, if they put that in a 10-year annuity, I was doing the math here on this thing. Check this out, Fletch. A 10-year annuity right now is about 6% on the high side. After 10 years, $680 million invested would come to just about $1.22 billion, which means the Dodgers would have made $540 million in interest. So the Shohei Ohtani deal would only cost them $160 million over 10 years.
So the more you dig into all this and the grosser it actually feels, because it's the Dodgers, right? If it was anyone else, we'd probably be cheering them, being like, wow, look at this loophole you found. Good for you, Pittsburgh Pirates. But it's not. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers, who, first of all, don't need the help. They have multiple superstars on their team already. You look around baseball, there's teams that have zero superstars that a lot of people would have liked to see Shohei Ohtani go to. But the fact of the matter is, and Jeff Passan laid it out very clearly, and it was tough to listen to on Darren Smith's show yesterday. Like, that was a rough interview for me to listen to. But the fact of the matter is, the Dodgers are the most attractive landing spot for Shohei Ohtani because of everything they can offer. Number one is that they can literally show Major League Baseball right now they have the $700 million that was promised. Now, what takes me off about the whole thing, and I do feel like this is breaking some rule, and I don't know where the rule is, but someone will find it at some point, is to this day, after all day yesterday and half the day before, no one has explained to me, and I've listened to a lot and I've read a lot, and every time this question gets asked, it's just a circle of word vomit that people spew out, but no one has answered to me why there is such a difference in Major League Baseball bylaws between deferred money and backloaded contracts, because to me, they seem awfully similar. I understand that one of them, the player is no longer contractually obligated to play to the team, and one of them, it's just the money's on the back end. But if you're telling me that the interest is why, or the inflation is why Shohei Ohtani is only going to count $46 million against the CBT this year, which is the competitive balance tax, meaning it's to keep all Major League Baseball teams competitive, then why would a Manny Machado, who's a perfect example, his annual average value be true to what his annual average value is, but Shohei Ohtani's isn't? That's what doesn't make sense to me.
Well, and then this is now where I start to put my conspiracy theory hat on, which I know is not a good thing. However, I do know that the World Series this year was one of the lowest watch World Series in the history of baseball. And I do know that Major League Baseball was not real happy with the Diamondbacks and the Rangers being those final two teams because they knew it would be the lowest rated World Series in baseball history. So what do you have to do to change that narrative? You got to get your teams that have a ton of eyeballs on them. You got to have more players on them. So when a team like the Dodgers goes, hey, we want Shohei Ohtani, and Major League Baseball goes, yeah, that sounds good to us too. Well, guess what? Maybe they get a little more lenient on the rules, because when the word on the street, when the Padres are trying to make a move for someone like Aaron Judge, and all of a sudden those rules are not quite exactly what they're stated in the bylaws, you start to scratch your head a little bit. But this feels like something that would benefit only the Dodgers, only the Yankees, maybe the Red Sox, teams with a lot of cash back behind them. But we'll dig into this a little more after a little bit here, because it is a very important day today. It is the iHeartRadio Rady Children's Giveathon. We need you to donate. Text 760-51555 or call 1-800-258-0007. You're going to be hearing stories of hope and healing and just tear-jerking, heartstring pulling stories all day long here. And it is for a fantastic cause. And someone joining us right now, very, very special here to iHeart. He actually is Kogo's business guy. Dan Mitchinson on the line. Dan, how are you this morning, man?
Hey, good morning. Better than I deserve. How are you?
Oh, wow, fantastic. We're in the same boat. But man, it is a special day here and very special day for you as well because you have a couple teenagers who were at Rady, right? What's the story?
Yeah, twins, Alex and Melissa, both coming up on their 18th birthday in just a few months, and both spent quite a bit of time at Rady. They were preemies. They were born at 24 weeks, and 11 days out, my daughter had to have heart surgery there to repair a few things, and then she had to have her stomach what I call flip flop. She had gastroenterology there because she had such bad acid reflux, among a few other things that she couldn't eat. They had to put a tube in her, so they had to tie her stomach up so she couldn't throw anything up. And she was also born with cerebral palsy, so she had to go in for Botox shots for a number of years there to help with her tendons and muscles to keep those flexible. And my son Alex, he was diagnosed with Kawasaki's disease, which is a condition that causes inflammation in your body, blood vessels, and other things. So he was treated for that there. He's had dermatology work done, stitches to his head. I mean, both of them. It feels like sometimes should have had part of the hospital named after them because they got to know a lot of doctors and a lot of specialists there pretty well.
Man, Dan, your time at Rady, did it feel like you became part of the Rady family? Because that's what we hear story after story of. They welcome you in with open arms.
Yeah. I think that's right. I mean, you get to know the people pretty well there, and they've certainly gotten their fair share of awards, and they've certainly got state of the art equipment, and all of that is great. But I think a reason why they're successful is, and as a parent, in what you want to know is what can they do for my child, and can they help them? And for us, for my wife, Erin, and myself, they did a lot for our children, and yes, they did help them. And I think that's why it's such a special part of our community, and it's why we're asking so many people out there to text us at 51555, or as you mentioned, call 800-258-0007, because they help so many families in our area, and they're continuing to do that. And they're the biggest organization of their kind here on the West Coast, and we're so lucky that we don't have to fly across the country or drive up to Washington or Oregon to have our children treated.
Dan, you said it right there. It's right here in San Diego, and that's where the money stays, is right here in San Diego. So if you could, for our listeners, a lot of them have been with us for the last 6-7 years while we've been doing this. A lot of them are brand new because we're on a new signal. We're reaching a lot further now. What can you tell our listeners where the money goes and how impactful it is right here in San Diego?
It goes to the specialists that we have. It goes to the equipment. It goes to expanding the facility itself. I mean, if you look at I was born in San Diego, just up the road, and you look at, at how the city has grown right now. And it's not just people from here that are coming to Radies. It is people from across the border in Tijuana that come up here. It is people from Los Angeles that come down to Radies. It is people from other states that come here, and they don't want to turn anybody away. And that's our goal, is to make sure that they don't have to do that. And that's why we've been doing this for a number of years here, and that's why we're asking for your help this year. So again, you're going to hear us talk about this for the next couple of days. It's why we do this Giveathon. It's why it means so much to people like me and to people like you.
Dan, when you were spending some time there at Rady and you're seeing these families come in from all these different cities, did you have a chance to talk with them at all? Did you get any sense of feeling how they felt about Rady?
I wish I could say yes. I mean, you sit down and you're focused on your own kids, honestly, and there was so much going on with them, and my wife deserves all of the credit for that, the time and the effort that she put into that. But I think you just look at the expressions on, the parents that are sitting across from you sometimes while you're waiting for a treatment or to meet with a specialist. And you can see the worry on the mom's face or the dad's face or the grandparents' face. And you look around at the kids, and most of the time they're happy. They feel comfortable. I think that's a key, component to this, is that a lot of hospitals just feel so sterile. But at Rady's, I think you get to know the people right there. I think there's just a comfort about it, and it's really hard to explain. I know I'm babbling a little bit about it, but I think the children feel a lot more comfortable when they're around there. I don't feel that they're as scared or as nervous. Now, that's not to say that there were a few times that my daughter didn't lash out at nurses and stuff like that. When she was a year and a half or 2 years old, and you see a big piece of equipment coming down, but they were so patient and so good with her that you get that trust. I think the child gets that trust, and that's the most important thing.
Dan, how are the kids doing now, and how much of that is thanks to the work done at Rady Children's Hospital?
Oh, they're doing great. Once Alex turns 18 in a few months, we don't have to really worry so much about the Kawasaki's. He'll still have to be checked out. My daughter is doing a lot better. She still has some issues and will have for the rest of her life with cerebral palsy, but she is 1,000% better. Both have applied for colleges. My daughter's already gotten accepted by 2. She's still waiting for a couple. She really wants to go to SDSU, but we won't find out about that for a couple of months. So they're doing great. They're just stressed like all seniors are in high school, trying to figure out what to do in the next step as they head to college.
Dan Mitchinson, appreciate your time, man. I know you're a busy guy, the business guy over there at Kogo, our sister station. But Dan, we're more than happy to hear about your kids. We love it. Thanks for the time, man.
Hey, thank you guys, and thanks you guys for doing this too. So keep those donations coming in.
Yeah, we have to beat Ted and LaDonna.
Yeah, I heard that earlier this morning, going back and forth. Man, there were some nasty little side jabs that they were giving you guys there. So
LaDonna cuts deep. I mean, and she'll cut you quick.
She does. She does. You don't turn her back on it. You don't turn your back on LaDonna.
Thanks so much, Dan.
Okay.
Oh man, Dan Mitchinson, such a good guy, and of course, I mean, it's the stories like that, Fletch, that you go, okay, I know, they're doing good things over there. They're literally saving lives at Rady Children's Hospital.
Yeah, our job is easy for the next couple of days because we just need to kind of usher in the stories that we get to hear from guys like Dan or some of the kids that are going to be coming by the studio. And also, by the way, not that you need incentive to donate, but here's an incentive for you. Thanks to our friends over at SeaWorld, a hero is somebody who donates $19 a month, is going to receive 2 tickets to SeaWorld San Diego. So for the Christmas celebration down there at SeaWorld, if you were sign up to donate $19 a month, you're getting 2 free tickets to SeaWorld, which I'm pretty sure that would be less than 2 real tickets to SeaWorld.
Yeah, $19 a month. What's that? 60. Hang on, I'm doing the math. 63 cents a day, $4.75 a week. Come on, be a hero.
That's coffee.
That's it. That is literally a cup of. That's actually less than a cup of coffee because I just went and got one and it was $6.20. So if you can just scale back, maybe make 1 cup of coffee at home per week for the next year, you could change lives over at Rady Children's Hospital.
And you get to call yourself a hero.
That's right. Exactly right. Justin Herbert, man. It's done.
Not very heroic.
No, we kind of called it yesterday, right? We thought it was going to happen. We were talking to Dr. David Chow on our show about this injury. He had mentioned, it's probably time just to hang it up because this fracture is on his throwing hand. Not to mention, he's got some other issues going on the non-throwing hand. So he's literally got mittens on his hands out there trying to play. And it's a season that is basically lost at this point.
What are they playing for? They're not going to make the postseason at this point. Justin Herbert's hurt. He is your whole team, right? Like if I was Keenan Allen, by the way, I'm coming up with a hamstring injury right now to sit down for the rest of the season too. And it's not just because you don't want to fight for the guys on your team. It's you're fighting for a head coach who's not going to be there anymore. So Brandon Staley, most likely, it would be insane if he kept his job, will be gone after this season. So if you're one of the guys on this team who have contracts to make in the future here, you're going to want to just shut it down. Keep yourself healthy. Make sure you're ready to go for next season and get ready to start auditioning for the next head coach.
Yeah, there's no way he keeps his job, right?
I don't think so. It's been a disaster.
It's been a disaster for a while. So it's not like this is fresh and new and on the decline. We're not looking at Bill Belichick here going, well, at least you have a resume and a history of winning, even though, man, it looks more and more like Tom Brady was the secret sauce, which not that that's that shocking, but Bill Belichick just having a rough go at it. But it doesn't feel to me like Bill Belichick is quite on the same hot seat.
No, but there is some news out of New England, and Tom Curran, who's been covering the Patriots for years and years and years, back to before Rich was playing there, he has broken a lot of stories regarding Tom Brady. If you remember that big, long article about Tom Brady, Robert Kraft, Bill Belichick, Tom Curran was one of the people behind that. Tom Curran went on a podcast on Monday, and the news is starting to surface today that the decision on Bill Belichick might already have happened, that he most likely will not be the Patriots head coach next season.
Wow.
Now,
Wow.
that's nothing's confirmed on that, but Tom Curran saying that on a podcast earlier this week. If Tom Curran says something, generally it happens.
What are the odds on Bill Belichick becoming the Chargers' next head coach?
Not great. They don't pay people.
Well, that is true, but they might pay a Bill Belichick. You might open up a pocketbook there if you're trying to bring in a big name, someone who can turn this thing around, someone where Bill Belichick is looking at this going, hey, you know what? There is a stacked team. I can do a lot with Justin Herbert if that finger's not broken.
Just got a tweet asking how to donate for today for the Rady Children's Giveathon. It's pretty easy, and we'll give you a bunch of different ways. First of all, on Twitter, on X, at BigRichTDFletch. I've laid it all out on there. There's a link there that makes it easy. There's a phone number you can text. There's a phone number you can call. Make sure you tell them Big Rich TD and Fletch sent you. But here's the way right now, 1-800-258-0007 or text 760-51555. That's the way to do it. So make sure you call our phone bank. We got about 50 phones set up at our performance studio, which we'll be going to check out a little bit later on, and they're ready to take your calls. So 760-51555. That's how you text it, or you call 1-800-258-0007. And remember, if you donate $19 a month, you will get a pair of tickets to SeaWorld. TD, tell me about how skinny you are.
Oh, I'm pretty skinny.
You're
man.
so skinny.
I'm so skinny now. No, look, I lost 30 pounds in 8 weeks, and it's been absolutely insane because I didn't think that was going to happen. But man, you know what yo-yo dieting is? Yo-yo dieting, when you lose a bunch of weight and then all of a sudden, boom, you gain it all back, you bounce back and forth. That's what yo-yo dieting is. Are you tired of yo-yo dieting? Are you thinking about trying one of those latest fad, the injection diets, like maybe I had mentioned? It rhymes with Ozempic, something like that. Well, guess what? All those are appetite suppressants. So as soon as you're done taking the injections, you're going to gain all the weight right back. That's not what SDFatLoss.com does. They show you the right way, the correct way to lose weight quickly. And if you're thinking, well, I don't want to start right now because I got all these holiday parties coming up, I don't want to miss out on all the holiday food. Well, SDFatLoss.com, they've got you covered because you're going to eat all the food you love to eat still. So you're not going to miss out on those holiday meals. And if you got a holiday party coming up and you think I'd love to shed a few pounds before I get to that holiday party, well, you're in luck there as well, because I promise you in the first couple of weeks, you're going to drop 10 or 15 pounds. That's what we all did here on the show. We all did the same thing, and we all looked at the scale as it dropped every single day and went, how is this happening? We're going to have to call and make sure that this is okay. It's okay. SDFatLoss.com will show you how to do it. And they're going to save you some money if you want to sign up right now. A $200 off with a holiday special now through December 31st. You can lock in the savings right now, or you can start the program you can start it right now, or you can start it in January, whatever you want to do. If you want your New Year's resolution to kick off at the new year, boom, they got you covered.
You can lose so much weight so quickly.
Yeah.
Like a scary amount.
Yeah.
And guess what?
Well, you know what? It's the amount that you're like, when somebody goes, hey, do you want to lose a few pounds? And you go, yeah, I could stand to lose a few pounds. I could actually stand to lose like 25 pounds. And that number seems so large. So when SDFatLoss.com says you can lose 20 to 30 pounds in 2 months, and you go, well, 2 months. I mean, guess I'll try it.
And then you lose it in a month.
Yeah. And you go, what is going on?
Guess what?
What?
We get to meet a penguin.
We're meeting a penguin right now?
Right now.
We're meeting a penguin. Coming up next, Big Rich TD and Fletch. It's the iHeartRadio.
This update is presented by the Giveathon Real Estate Team. We will start off here in the NFL, where Justin Herbert is going to miss the rest of the season after fracturing his finger. He's going to be getting surgery on that one. Chargers quarterback out for the year. In baseball, Giants sign outfielder Jung-Hoo Lee to a 6-year, $113 million deal. Lee considered to be the best player out of the Korean Baseball League. And in NBA, Warriors lose to the Suns 119-116 last night. Draymond Green gets ejected for the third time this season. This time it was a spinning elbow to the head of Yusuf Nurkic. The league will decide a punishment for Green soon. Would you like to know what your home would sell for today? Get a simple text message with your home's value by texting your address to 855-600-6000. You'll get no phone call, just a text. Giveathon has the buyers. Simply text your address to 855-600-6000.
Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. It's San Diego Sports 760. Very special day today, the iHeartRadio Children's Giveathon. And you can become a hero by making a monthly gift of $19 a month. You just heard the numbers there, 1-800-258-0007, or you can text 760 to 51555 to give a gift in support of patients at Rady Children's Hospital. Thanks to our friends at SeaWorld, every hero will receive 2 tickets to SeaWorld San Diego. SeaWorld San Diego has festive cheer and special traditions to families this holiday season at its annual Christmas celebration with new and returning holiday offerings nominated for 2024's Best Theme Park Holiday Event by USA Today. 10 Best, the park has transformed into a winter wonderland under the iconic Sky Tower tree of lights decorated as a Christmas tree in all green and red, sprinkles of lights and event offerings, including new holiday entertainment and shows, Mrs. Claus Christmas Parade, live reindeer, a daily tree lighting of twinkling 30-foot Christmas tree, and more at SeaWorld Christmas Celebration now through January 7th. Whew, that was a lot. That was a lot, but I'm nervous.
You did great. And
I'm
there's
so
a
nervous.
big audience in the studio right now because Pete the Penguin is here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Pete the Penguin is here, and Todd from SeaWorld holding Pete the Penguin. Pete looking around very curious as to what we're doing here, Todd.
That's right.
Good morning. Hey, thanks for that intro. I'd say you said all that better than I could have.
Okay. Except I had to read it. You probably know it right off the top of your head.
Yeah, I've got a lot up there.
Yeah.
So this is Pete. He's a Magellanic penguin. He's one of our birds to come out here and support the Rady Children's Hospital Giveathon here. We're really excited to be here. We've had a long-standing relationship with Rady's for decades. And in fact, I remember bringing penguins to Rady's Hospital for caroling in the late 1990s.
Wait, hold on. You guys go to the Rady Children's Hospital with the penguins, and the penguins carol with you.
On a very special occasion, yes. We've done that, and we've done meet and greets, and also we've provided opportunities for children and their families inside the park to meet our animals up close and personal.
I love Pete. Pete has friendship bracelets on his arms, by the way.
He's a huge Swiftie.
He's a huge Swiftie, which is Taylor Swift's birthday today, so very fitting. How old is Pete?
Pete is 16 years old, and what you're looking at there are actually ID bands. So his name is Pete, but he also has a number, just like I have a social security number. He's number 138, and those colors correspond to that. So I don't know what that means in the Swiftie world, but for me, it means he's number 138.
Yeah, right. Number 138. How many penguins are there at your at the SeaWorld facility?
There are 300 cold weather penguins, which are 6 different species inside of our penguin encounter. And we're the only place in the Western Hemisphere that has emperor penguins. You may have heard of Pearl, our newest baby there.
Yeah.
There are 33 Magellanic penguins. He's one of them. So right now there's 32 because he's here visiting you. And then there are 21 Humboldt penguins. We actually have 8 different species of penguins at SeaWorld San Diego, which makes it one of the most varied collections of penguins anywhere in the world.
Man, he's amazing. How long does a penguin live?
About maybe 20 or 30 years. In nature, it might be about 15 to 20 if they were very lucky. But we have penguins of this species easily into their 30s and sometimes up to 40 years old. And then some of our older penguins inside the unit, the cold weather exhibit, are in their 40s and 50s.
Wow. Also, we have Rady Children's Hospital here in San Diego. So very good care for all life forms, including penguins, I think. No?
Well, there is,
No one answers.
There is actually sometimes crossover between human and animal care. Our veterinarians have actually worked with human doctors on eye studies and all types of other research with our animals. That's actually one of the great things about having penguins in our care is that we provide opportunities for scientists and research to be done in our care and get information that can be correlated with wild data.
This is fantastic.
So Pete is this like majestic, beautiful animal, and I've never got to touch a penguin, and that was very cool. But I asked you off air if you were to relate Pete to like a house pet, what type of personality type would you match that up to? And I thought you had a great answer.
Right. So it took me a minute because I actually didn't have a answer on deck. But I would say he's very smart, but maybe like a really smart cat because as I related to you, I've worked with dolphins as well. And dolphins are like really, really smart dogs. And I think that's the best way to describe them as somebody who's actually had a relationship with them. And then the penguin is not in the dog realm. It's more in the cat realm. A little more sassy, a little bit more. They do what they want whenever they want. But as you can see, he's like a lap cat, right? Look at him just chilling. He's one of our best birds. Every bird has a different personality. And as you might imagine, I chose one of the best ones to come to the studio with me today.
Right.
He's super chill.
He is super chill. If you set him on the ground, what's he do? Does he walk
He'd
around?
walk around and waddle a little bit, but I'm going to leave him up here because there's a little bit more variation on the ground, and you didn't baby-proof this.
We didn't do that.
Didn't penguin-proof it either.
So gotcha. We I guess we should have thought like, oh, we have a toddler coming in with penguins coming by.
We should have.
Yeah,
but if you want to
failed.
go see Pete in his habitat over at SeaWorld, it's pretty easy to do today. Just become a hero. Donate $19 a month to Rady Children's Hospital. You can do that by texting 760 to 51555 or calling 1-800-258-0007. And we made it easy for you. If you have Twitter or X, get online and go to San Diego Sports 760's page, and you will see a link that makes it very easy. It goes right to us, and you can go see Pete.
That's right. Come see me. Come see Pete.
We got Erin Bauman here in studio. Saleswoman extraordinaire. Only handles accounts over, is it $900 million? Yeah. So,
but also I'm the penguin wrangler today.
Oh,
I don't feel like I hit the jackpot.
Okay. However, hold on. What? Where are your girls?
Don't tell them.
What?
They're gonna be so mad. They're at school and they would much rather be here with us.
I feel like you should go. You should go pull them out. Yeah, you should go get them because Pete the penguin is quite the spectacle. It is really. Did you get to pet Pete the penguin?
Not yet.
Oh, come on, Todd. What are you doing?
We'll have
No,
time for that.
Well, okay.
But you can bring your girls to SeaWorld. There are actually 2 ways to meet penguins up close and personal at SeaWorld San Diego. We have both our ultimate on-ice penguin experience, which is a brand new thing. In the 33 years I've worked at SeaWorld, this is the first time we've ever allowed guests on the ice at the Penguin Encounter.
Ooh.
Wow.
And we also have a penguin up close tour behind the scenes, and you can meet a penguin on both tours. Just depends on how cold you want to get.
Todd, when you guys do the Caroline and bring the penguins over to Rady, I mean, what happens? I mean, how do people react here?
It is always very special when we have the opportunity to meet some of the people, the good people at Rady's, not just the patients, but their parents as well, but even the caregivers. It's been a real opportunity for us to provide something special for the incredible staff that work at Rady's as well, to do such an amazing job with the kids there. It generally is something real special. People are excited, they're surprised. When possible, we'd be able to go into the rooms, and it would put a smile on their face, and it just warms us up completely.
Yeah, and I mean, it feels like that's part of the healing process, right? When you're just able to put a smile on somebody's face, and there is something very special about bringing a penguin in the room. I mean, not something we're used to, but man, just like an adorable little animal here on your lap. I feel like we should all get penguins now.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, they travel well, but they don't necessarily make good pets at home. I
Oh.
wouldn't suggest it.
Oh.
However, I don't know if you're familiar with it. We've actually have brought patients from Rady's into SeaWorld on a regular basis annually, depending on we had to skip a couple of years for COVID, but
there was a weird time we went through.
But to get in the water with our dolphins as well, one of our trainers actually was treated at Rady's Hospital, and she has put together a program where we actually get some of those patients into the water to meet a dolphin up close and personal. Dolphins are not as portable as penguins, so I can't bring a dolphin into your studio. But it's just another way that we can kind of share that special experience from SeaWorld with some people who deserve it.
Now,
Can't bring them in yet.
Yes.
Advances in modern medicine,
That's right.
in studio technology. We'll be able to get there one day.
Technology.
Yeah. Also, studio technology. We could take the studio to the dolphins.
We could do that.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, I mean, there is that opportunity.
Yeah, we call that a radio remote. Come on out.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Now, he's Pete's feathers here. I mean, it almost looks like just skin from this point, but it is feathers, right?
Right. So you got an opportunity to touch. They're very smooth, but also soft, right?
Yeah.
So penguins are unique because they're covered in very small feathers, which overlap like shingles on a roof. They don't really have a thick fat layer of blubber. They do have subcutaneous fat, but in order to stay warm, they trap air between the outer layer of feathers and their skin. So think of it like a dry suit. So there's about 70 to 80 feathers per square inch, which is about the size of this circle that I'm making.
Okay.
Actually more around the head. Now, he, though, is a temperate penguin. So he's comfortable. If you're comfortable, like this temperature here is
Okay.
fine.
All right.
'Cause he's from Chile and Argentina. But the colder weather penguins that are found inside of our exhibit will have very densely packed feathers. And then there's down underneath, and it traps a layer of air. And that's actually what insulates them in very chilly water. Now, at SeaWorld, our water is 40 degrees, but in Antarctica, it's actually below freezing because of the salt content. We're talking like 28 degrees. So they had to be very, very warm and very well insulated. And the feathers are the same structure as what you're familiar with, but just much smaller. Just the tip is black, underneath is white. So you can imagine that there's a lot of feathers there providing that, that coat on him.
Man, he is super cool. Thank you for bringing him in, Todd.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure to be here today.
Todd from SeaWorld, Pete the Penguin. I feel like we're on top of the world right now.
We
This
are.
is fantastic.
Before the day is over, is he going to bite you? Like before you're done with this whole tour?
My answer is no. But thanks for jinxing me.
Well, how gnarly is a
Way to go,
penguin
Ben.
bite?
So very gnarly, but you see that this is, we would only bring a bird who's comfortable and habituated to an environment like this. There are some birds who don't like doing radio. And if I brought one of those, yeah, I might get bit, but I probably wouldn't bring that bird out. So this bird's not going to bite me, knock on wood.
Mhm.
But they have an extremely sharp bill, which is for catching fish. You probably know fish are slippery, right? So the sharper the bill,
Mhm.
the easier it is to manipulate those fish. They can do some damage to a finger, but it's my intention to make sure the animal never needs to defend itself and is always comfortable with me. So I'm not going to get a bite.
We do not want to do damage to fingers because we need those fingers to text 760 to 51555 or dial 1-800-258-0007. Become a hero. $19 a month is all it takes. $4.75 a week. Literally, if you just back off the 1 cup of coffee, make the cup of coffee at home, you can be a hero here. And then you'll get 2 tickets to SeaWorld, and you can go by and see Pete, and you can see Todd and hang out. Todd, thanks so much, man.
Thank you for the opportunity. This is really fun.
Fantastic. It's the iHeartRadio Children's Giveathon. We're going to keep it going here all day long. Stories of hope and healing. We need your help. We're going to do more next. It's Big Rich, TD, and Fletch, San Diego Sports 760. It is the iHeartRadio Children's Giveathon. We're doing it all day today. We're doing it all day tomorrow. A very, very special day and time of year. It is the holidays. It's the time you start to open your heart, the time you give back. And there's no better place than Rady Children's Hospital right here in our own backyard. Looking at the numbers right now, a total of 378 children have been hospitalized at Rady Children's Hospital. 378 kids who aren't playing with their friends today, won't be sleeping at home in their beds tonight. We need your help. Text 760 to 51555 to donate. The Rady Children's Giveathon continues next. Big Rich, TD, and Fletch at San Diego Sports 760. Just looking at some of the text coming through here, looking at some of the donations coming in right now. We appreciate you guys. I mean, you guys are changing lives right now. You don't even realize it. 38 beds in the Peckham Center for Cancer and Blood Disorders over at Rady Children's Hospital. Today, 34 of those 38 beds are full. 34 children so sick with cancer that they must be hospitalized. They are in the hospital for Christmas. Look, man, this if you have a couple extra bucks that you can donate, it goes a long ways. It goes a long ways.
Yeah, we do a fun segment with a penguin and kind of puts rose-colored glasses on everything.
Right.
But then you get this sheet of paper and realize that 378 kids at Rady Children's Hospital right now aren't playing with their friends today, won't be sleeping at home tonight in their own beds. These kids and hundreds of others who are waiting in the emergency room and other departments and clinics here at Rady Children's Hospital, they all need your help right now. We've made it easy to do so. We can see donations when they come in, so some extra incentive for you to do so. Attach the name of your business to it, and we will give the name of your business a shout out on the air. So text 760 to the number 51555. That gives a gift in support of patients at Rady Children's Hospital. You can also call. We got a ton of people standing by in our performance studio, 1-800-258-0007.
Yep. Jamar just donated $50. Jamar, appreciate you, man. Goes a long ways. So
Jamar's our guy. Love you,
Jamar
bro.
is our guy. Yeah, we're trying to get to $1,000 here. We need your help. We need everybody to text in so we can hit that goal. Man, we are just working through things, and I just keep going back to thinking about all the kids that are in the hospital there at Rady, and you think about your own kids on Christmas time opening up gifts in your living room, and the look on their faces, how excited they are. And you have 378 kids at Rady right now who will probably be opening presents Christmas Day in the hospital. I mean, if you can give anything, 760, that's what you're going to text to 51555 or call 1-800-258-0007. I did like meeting Pete the Penguin, though.
I loved meeting Pete the Penguin.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah, it
and
was.
They invited us to go hang out with more penguins, and now I think I'm going to become a penguin guy like Todd.
Yeah, Todd has got a cool job. I mean, he does have a cool job. He's just hanging out with penguins all day long. He said he's been doing this since 2001, I think. So 22 years of hanging with penguins. Could you hang with a penguin for 22 years?
I could.
Okay, I
if
could
it was
too.
Pete.
The Rady Children's Giveathon happening all day today on San Diego Sports 760. Actually, all around iHeart San Diego, because we're going to do our best to raise as much money as humanly possible. We're trying to get to this $1,000 goal. We are still a couple $100 away. So anything you can do right now, text 760 to 51555 or call 1-800-258-0007. It's Big Rich, TD, and Flash. We will continue with the iHeart Rady Children's Giveathon coming up next.
This update is presented by Staples Stores. We'll start off in the NFL. Justin Herbert going to miss the rest of the season here with that finger injury. He's going to be getting surgery on it. Again, Justin Herbert, the Chargers quarterback, will be out for the rest of the season. In baseball, Giants have signed outfielder Jung-Hoo Lee to a 6-year, $113 million deal. Lee considered to be the best player in the KBO. And in the NBA, Warriors lose to the Suns 119-116 last night. Draymond Green ejected for a third time this season. NBA most likely going to come down hard on him. Staples Holiday Deals means amazing savings for the holiday season on hot tech like laptops, game system, earbuds, and more. Right now, save up to $350 on select PCs. In-store only offer ends 12/23. See an associate for details. Have yourself a merry little holiday deal at Staples.
Yeah, it's Big Rich, CD, and Fletch for the iHeartRadio Children's Giveathon. Rich out sick again today. We're hoping that one more day here gets him well. He's at home eating some chicken soup for the soul.
He's jealous of the penguin.
He's jealous of the penguin. We're sending him a lot of text messages, a lot of photos, us with the penguin. We're waiting to hear back. So I'm assuming he's asleep. We got a total here for the first hour of the Rady Children's Giveathon, the iHeartRadio Children's Giveathon. This is collective now through iHeart, through all of iHeart San Diego. And let's do the San Diego County Credit Union Tote Board update. $11,239.47. How about that? Why is it 47 cents? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where the 47 cents came from, but I don't care.
Don't ask questions.
Yeah, whatever.
If you can donate 47 cents today, donate 47 cents.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right now, as we're talking, CD, 24 beds in the pediatric intensive care unit. They call it the PICU. Today, 22 of those beds are full.
Man.
I mean, we've heard stories years past of like some of the babies in the PICU can fit on the palm of your hand.
Right.
So,
right. Like literally, I mean, if you pulled out your cell phone and held it in your hand, that's like the size of one of the babies.
And 22 of the 24 beds in there are full today. That means your money today is going to help some of those babies grow up to be healthy, active adults, like some of the kids we're going to have in today. Declan coming up in just a little bit. Can't wait to chat with him.
Right.
And just hear some of the stories and motivate some of our listeners. And there's not much motivation needed here. All this money stays right here in San Diego at Rady Children's Hospital. It's important.
Yeah, you know what? 22, let's use that number. $22 donations. That's what we're looking for. $22 donations. And we got a match this hour. We got a $5,000 match. Who's the match from?
Thank you to the Reynolds family. $5,000 match this hour. There's going to be more opportunities to match, but if you want to double your money, right now is the time to do it. 760 to the number 51555. That's the text. If you text it, we will see it pop up on our screen right here. We will give you a shout out. We'll give your business a shout out. We are shameless these next couple of days because we just want to beat every other station in here. And right now we're kind of getting our butts kicked. So text 760 to 51555.
We need you. We need your help. The Mavs beat up the Lakers yesterday. I say beat up. They barely squeaked by 127-125. Suns beat the Warriors 119-116.
Did you see what happened in that game?
Yes. That's where I was getting to. Draymond Green gets ejected. Now look, that was not need for ejection.
What?
Do you think he actually hit him?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Did you watch the video?
Yeah, I thought he just swung his arm around.
That was a spinning elbow to the dome of Yusuf Nurkic, who went down in a heap.
But that looked on purpose to you. That one, look, I'm not a Draymond Green fan. Okay,
I am, and that was on purpose, and that was bad.
I don't think it was. I think that he has a reputation, and now anything you do, you get called. I don't think spinning around like that. I mean, was it uncalled for? Yes. Was it absurd? Yes. But I mean, it looked like another stupid flop with his arms flailing around, and he hit him with an elbow.
It was not a basketball move. That's what it wasn't. And Draymond Green, like, they use your history against you in this case. This is the third time Draymond Green has been ejected from a game so far this season. NBA is reviewing the film. They're going to hand down some sort of punishment. I bet you it's going to be heavy. Like, Draymond Green, 3 times, dude, you're out.
Yeah, I agree 1,000,000% with that. Your history is what's judging this right here. Because
What was the Broncos player? Kareem Jackson.
Kareem Jackson, yeah, same thing. You now you have created a name for yourself. You got a ton of eyeballs on you. If you hit somebody just slightly the wrong way, you're going to get a flag. You're going to get a fine. You're probably going to get tossed from the game. That's what's happened with Draymond Green. I just, to me, that didn't look like it was on purpose. It looked ridiculous. I think you're an idiot for doing it, but I don't think he purposely was like, I'm going to elbow him in the head.
I think I would feel differently if this is someone who had a squeaky clean reputation. Like, and I used to be a Warriors fan back when I watched the NBA religiously. I haven't in a few years, and maybe that's on me. But I was a Draymond Green fan, big time. This year, Draymond Green, what he's been doing on the court is unacceptable, honestly, because it seems like he's a guy who's just kind of past his prime and it is a little frustrated with how he's playing. And so he's taking it out on other people, and he's taking it out in situations where he can't necessarily catch up to people. Like, we've seen him now multiple times this season do dirty basketball plays. And unfortunately, I just don't think there's room for that.
Right. I agree. Cassie, by the way, texting in here for the iHeartRadio Children's Giveathon, $25. Cassie, we appreciate you in a big way.
Good morning from Spring Valley. Thank you, Cassie.
Yeah. No, thank you very much. If you want to be like Cassie, text 760 to 51555, or you can give us a call, 1-800-258-0007 to donate that way as well. Be a hero.
Cassie's donation right now is doubled.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
$25 becomes $50 thanks to the Reynolds family. So if you're looking for a time to donate, make sure you donate right now, 760 to the number 51555. Your donation is doubled from now until 8 o'clock.
Right. We need our Big Rich T and Fletch listeners to help us take down some of these other stations, because there's a lot of smack being talked, a lot, and we don't do well with that. Okay, that we're just being honest. We don't do well with that. But you're going to hear stories of healing and hope all day long today. I mean, look, you can help light the way to a brighter holiday season for kids by donating today to the iHeartRadio Children's Giveathon. That's what it is. Do we still have, wait, you left. I turned around, you're gone. It's fine. I was trying to see if we still have the microphone. Are we allowed to go mobile again like we did last year?
I think we will be able to. Declan's about to stop by in our studio, though. But I think a little later on, either you or me can pop over to the performance studio and maybe give them a kick.
Yeah,
tell them to answer phones.
Do you think they're not answering? It's just ringing and they're just sitting there staring at them? I probably not.
Lazy.
I'm guessing. Wow. Yeah. So Declan's here. His parents are here as well. Jennifer and Chris. Come on in, guys. Yeah, come on in. Here we go. Doors open. There we go. Declan's coming in studio. Listen, we got some headphones and a mic right here for you, Declan. Yeah, if you want parents to come over on this side, we can. Whatever you like. Whatever. So Mom Jennifer's like, nope, not me. Oh, come on. This is great. I always love the who wants to be on the radio and who doesn't want to be on the radio that we're doing here. But Declan, you need some help with those headphones? All right, we're working it out. It is the iHeartRadio Children's Giveathon happening all day today, all day tomorrow. Declan here in studio with us. Declan, how are you, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. So let's talk to me about your story here with Rady. It was 5th grade. You got into a bike accident?
Yes.
What happened?
So I was going to my friend Owen's house, and I'm guessing there was either a rock or a crack in the road.
Get a little closer, but
Yeah. So there was a rock or a crack in the road. You're riding your bike. You hit the rock or the crack. You crash. You fly over the handlebars. Handlebars actually hit you in the stomach.
Yes.
Okay. And then who found you?
I called my mom on my Apple Watch.
Nice.
no, it's a Timex.
Okay.
Timex.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Timex watch.
We got to get that for endorsement purposes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So Timex, if you're listening, it's helped save a life. That's all we're saying. So you call your mom. Your mom rushes down to save you. You call the paramedics. The paramedics roll out and go, wow, this is more than just a standard crash. Something's wrong here. And next thing you know, there's a Rady Children's helicopter coming to pick you up.
Yes.
Okay. That sounds scary, Dad. Chris here with us as well. I mean, what's going through your minds here as this is happening?
Well, I work down on North Island. So Mom was home. He called Mom, and she came and got him, saw something wasn't right, called 911. First responders came, called the helicopter. helicopter came. We live on Pendleton, so they landed right on base, came and got him. Where he fell into his midsection, it hit the main artery that supplies blood to his liver.
Ooh.
So it was massive internal bleeding.
Ooh.
He was super flush and he passed out and he went into cardiac arrest.
Oh my goodness.
It was about 35 minutes of CPR, helicopter right over to Rady's, right into the OR, back-to-back surgeries, trying to stop the bleeding, massive blood transfusions. They didn't know what blood type he was.
Wow.
After all of that, yeah. So
Wow.
we did 33 days at Rady's. We stayed at Ronald McDonald House right across the way.
Yeah.
And now he's 100%. He's got a massive scar and an interesting story. So
Yeah, that's what the scars are, right? They're stories. Meanwhile, Mom Jennifer, you have taken a Sawzall. You've cut up every bike you can find. Yeah. No,
he's back on it.
He's back on the bike. Look at
is.
that. Look at that. You know what? As you're telling that story, Chris, I'm looking over at Jennifer, and I mean, she's just got this look on her face, like, "Yep." And I'm thinking, how do you process this? I mean, your son essentially died.
Yeah,
And-
was. Yeah, we're still processing it. We're in therapy and
Yeah.
but I think it helps telling the story and like reliving it and processing it that way, because there's certain things that therapy does, talking about it, and it just helps the situation. And then coming here and doing the Giveathon and
Mhm.
supporting everybody, because obviously we didn't know it was going to be us. Like you always think, oh, it's
Right.
somebody else, but when
Right.
it happens to you, it's a thing.
Yeah, the iHeartRadio Children's Giveathon happening right now. You're hearing Declan's story. We got parents Jennifer and Chris here in studio talking about this. Listener Andrew just donated $50.
Nice.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you,
That's
Andrew.
that's being matched right now, so that 50 becomes 100. If you want to do the same thing, you can. You can text 760 to 51555. 760 51555. Chris, while you guys are at the hospital, while Declan's at the hospital for 33 days, I mean, the thoughts going through your mind, I don't know how long it was before it was, okay, he's stable, he's going to make it. I mean, what was that time period?
It was 9 days, 8 days,
Wow.
4
yeah.
for the MRI, because we didn't know with the amount of time he was given CPR. We didn't know about
wow.
brain activity.
Wow.
So where the blood was getting to during that CPR.
Hmm.
So the 4th day was the MRI, and that was the kind of the fork in the road. Doctor was like, okay, well, now we have brain activity, so now we're going down this path rather than like comfort of life type of talk.
Wow.
It was we were in some pretty dark times.
Whew, man, but Declan's not alive without Rady Children's Hospital.
I tell you what, it was 100% between the first responders, the surgeons, the doctors, the nurses, everybody. It was a truly amazing experience. So,
did they ever make you feel like it wasn't going to be an amazing experience? Was there ever a moment that it got dark on their end, or is there always optimism?
There was. I don't. For the people that's never been to a hospital, the doctors tell you, and it's part of their job to tell you the truth right from the get-go. It was those conversations are hard to take in, but you have to understand from their endpoint as well. Dr. Ravine was the guy who we were talking to, other than the surgeons, but
setting expectations,
and that's what it was. And once we did the MRI and they actually woke him up to see the functionality, that's when the optimism came. And Dr. Ravine, he said, I don't tell people this at all. He goes, but I truly believe Declan will be 100% recovered.
Wow. How about that, Declan? How you feeling right now?
Good.
Fine. Not at school. That's cool. Yeah. Do you remember your time at all at the hospital? I mean, while you were going through all these surgeries?
I wasn't awake for the surgeries.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. But your time at Rady maybe sparked some interest in you. Was your time at Rady all of a sudden make you go, I want to be a doctor?
Probably not.
Okay, all
I
right.
had a pick line, and that was massive roadblock.
Oh, that was a
Yeah.
massive roadblock for you not to be a doctor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get that.
I tell
mean,
you, those pick lines where they had to go in and his bicep and how that goes
Oh.
into the vein, and yeah, that was
It's good times. Good times. Did you have any thoughts of wanting to be a doctor before the accident?
Yes.
Oh, you did. Okay. All right. So you were like, you know what I should do is I should see what my insides look like, and the best way to do it is to fly over these handlebars. Man, oh man. You know what? It's the other story that we keep hearing about Rady Children's Hospital is that once you're there, you're family. I mean, is that the case with you as well?
very, very true. Every time we go back to see Dr. Ignacio, the head surgeon, he always says, everybody asks about him. He is truly an inspirational story for Rady Children's, and we're just happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, Declan, you can tell you're one of those kids, one of those people that has that aura about you. When you walk into a room, you go, I want to know who that is. So that's nice meeting you, man.
It was nice meeting you too.
All right. All right. Donate. You can text 760 to 51555. You can call 1-800-258-0007. It's the iHeartRadio Children's Giveathon. We got a match going on right now, up to $5,000. So we got to hit it though. We don't. If we don't hit it, then we lose it. So anything you can do goes a long, long way. So you want to donate $25, it becomes 50. $50 becomes 100. $10,000 becomes $20,000. Right, Fletch?
That's exactly right. And Declan is here in studio with us right now, but there's 378 children who are at Rady Children's Hospital this morning. So every single dollar you donate today, and we're seeing them start coming in like crazy here in the 7 o'clock hour, not only will it be doubled, but it's going directly to those 378 kids. And by the way, 22 of those are in the pediatric intensive care unit, which TD, we were talking about it. They can fit in the size of your hand.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about stuff like that, it becomes that much more important. But Declan, if we can hold on to you for one more second, soccer, that's the next priority. All right, we got to get you back out on that field. Who's your favorite soccer player?
Alex Morgan.
Alex Morgan. She's awesome.
Okay.
Dude. And she plays right here at Snapdragon. Do you go to a lot of Wave games?
We did one time.
It's pretty awesome, huh, dude?
Right on.
It was so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a pretty fun experience.
It
man.
really is. Yeah.
That's cool. But soccer feels good. I feel like that's safe.
Except when you gotta risk your legs for the ball.
Yeah, you do have to risk your legs. That is true. That is true. Maybe just watch TV at home. But I know.
What's the fun of it?
Right, well, I know. Come on. Gosh, man.
Not everyone just wants to sit at home and play video games like you, Trav.
That's weird. I don't get it at all. Mom, Dad, Jennifer, Chris, appreciate you guys coming in and doing this. Declan, happy you're here, man. I love it. I mean, this is the time of year that our hearts get full. So we appreciate you guys coming in.
Oh, we appreciate you having us.
Yeah. Cool, man. The iHeartRadio Children's Giveathon. We keep putting it out there, but text us 760. Text 760 to 51555 to donate. Everything you donate right now gets matched. What you got, Fletch?
Well, it's time for me to tell you about how skinny I am now.
Okay.
And that wasn't the case about 3 months ago. 3 months ago, all three of us were in a bad place. All three of us were the heaviest we had ever been in our lives. But then we found SDFatLoss.com and the great team over there, starting with Wayne and Chloe, our weight loss coaches. You can get on over to SDFatLoss.com right now. They got a special going from now between the end of the year on December 31st, $200 off your order. So if you've been following our story, following us on social media, seeing how much weight the three of us have lost, you can get on the action today for cheaper than it would have been a couple weeks ago. $200 off your order right now at SDFatLoss.com or give them a call at 858-665-3211. Get your free consultation today. I've lost over 40 pounds. Travis and Rich have both lost well over 35 pounds. Rich sitting at home this morning, I bet you he'd be having a lot harder time dealing with the flu if he was still a fatty boom batty that he was. So get on over to SDFatLoss.com. Get your free consultation today. They got a special going for Big Rich, TD, and Fletch listeners to get you off those yo-yo diets, get you off those injections. Those don't work. You end up ballooning right back up afterwards. So SDFatLoss.com is the thing that worked for us. It'll work for you as well. 858-665-3211. No exercise. No drugs, no counting points, no counting calories, no prepackaged meals, no hormones, no drugs, no injections, just good old-fashioned dieting. And it's easy. We were able to do it within like 2 months, so you can do it too.
Yeah, it was super easy.
It's hard work, but TD,
No,
look at
you
you,
know what?
man.
No. You know what it is? It's you just got to get in the mindset, and that's what the coaches, the staff over there, Chloe puts you in the mindset.
And if you slack, she will call you.
Absolutely, and that's what you need, the accountability. SDFatLoss.com works, man. Yeah, go there right now.
$200
Schedule a free
off.
consultation.
That is a steal, by the way.
Yeah,
$200 off between now and December 31st, but you could start on January 1st. So get on over to SDFatLoss.com today.
And you can take that $200 that you save, and then you can donate it to the Rady Children's Giveathon.
Boom.
And if you do it right now, that $200 becomes $400. So text 760 to 51555 so you can donate right now. It's the Rady Children's Giveathon. More coming up next.
This update is presented by Staples Stores. Starting in the NFL, Justin Herbert, he's going to miss the rest of the season after fracturing his finger. The Chargers quarterback will undergo surgery. In baseball, Giants sign outfielder Jung-Hoo Lee to a 6-year, $113 million deal. And in the NBA, Warriors lose to the Suns 119-116 last night. Draymond Green ejected for the third time this season. This time it was a spinning elbow to the head of Yusef Nurkic. The league will decide a punishment for Draymond soon. Staples Holiday Deals means amazing savings for the holiday season. Right now, save 50% on custom holiday cards and invitations, as well as custom photo gifts like mugs and calendars. Offer ends 12/16. Visit staples.com/print for more details. Have yourself a merry little holiday deal at Staples.
Yeah, iHeart Rady Children's Giveathon, very important day here at iHeart San Diego because Rady Children's Hospital does a lot for this community, and we are pretty lucky to have this establishment right here in our backyard, a place to go, a place to save lives. And when you donate, all your money is going to stay local. I mean, it stays at Rady. So everything you donate goes right here to this community. And if you donate this hour, we have a match. We have a $5,000 match. Thank you to the Reynolds family. To donate, just text 760 to 51555. Or you can call, if you'd like to call, 1-800-258-0007. If you'd like to speak to a live operator, the phone bank is lighting up over there. I walked over in the break. Everybody's busy. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. I want them to be busy with our listeners. So 800-258-0007. That's what you got to call. A lot of stories all day long here. The story we're going to get to next by a young man named Reef. Reef joining us in studio with his dad, Robbie. Robbie, how are you guys?
We're great. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, Reef, how you feeling, buddy?
Good.
Yeah, good. You've had quite the story here since the start.
Yeah.
Yeah. Robbie, your wife Meredith, she was at 37 weeks.
Just about, yeah.
Okay, 37 weeks pregnant, and pregnant mama says something doesn't feel right. Something feels off to me. My spidey sense is tingling. I need to go to the hospital. Does she go straight to Rady?
Yeah, so we were first. She did an ultrasound with Mary Birch, and they're the ones that did the imaging. And then when they said that the baby needs to be delivered, he was born the next morning. So from Mary Birch straight over to Rady Children's.
Wow. Okay. And then when emergency C-section, you get straight to Rady's. What's happening?
So they, like I said, they delivered at Mary Birch, and then Reef and I went through the tunnel and got over to Rady Children's, and they just immediately started, working on him, trying to figure out what it was, because the image on the ultrasound, it wasn't very clear. They didn't know. And so they had to do a lot more testing and find out exactly what was going on.
What did the image show? What did they think was going on?
So on the ultrasound, there was a little black dot that they saw, and on ultrasounds, they're pretty fuzzy and look like, an X-ray. But they saw a little dot, and they're like, "We don't like this. We don't think this is good." And a couple of days later, they diagnosed it as an aneurysm in his brain.
Wow. I mean, how did your wife know that there was something happening?
She's from Ocean Beach, and she's pretty in tune with her body. And she tells us, and she tells Reef all the time that she had this sense that something was going on, and we needed to get it checked out.
When she went to the hospital and said, "I think something's wrong. I want to get it checked out," was there any hesitation? Did they think you're crazy?
No, actually, we were preparing to take our older daughter to Disneyland for a trip, and so we went in for like a routine ultrasound, routine image, and they called us back later in the afternoon and said, "Hey, we want to look at this again and take a second look." And that's where she's like, I definitely feel like something is not right with our baby.
Now, when you got to Mary Birch, you said you went through the tunnel over to Rady. So there's actually a tunnel that connects to get you there quick.
They call it the tunnel, but it's actually a pathway through corridors, and it's not a straight shot. Let me tell you.
Hey, tunnels don't have to be straight.
Correct.
Yeah. But then when you're at Rady, it's not just a standard procedure here. I mean, this is an infant. There's a blood clot in the brain, in a blood vessel. They have to figure out how they're going to do this. I mean, they go to the future to figure it out. They build a 3D model. Is that right?
That's exactly what they did. And so in Rady, we were in the NICU. So my wife's over at the other hospital, and me and Reef are over at Rady Children's, and it's just a roller coaster because one day it's a good message, the next day it's not so good, and then you meet Dr. Levy, and he tells you exactly what's going on, and he used some imaging, the modeling from the ultrasounds and the CAT scans to build an image, and he actually practiced several times the surgery that he did the next day.
Incredible. I mean, incredible. Did you get to see the model? Did he show it to you?
Oh yeah, we have pictures of it, and he's taken us, because we do follow-ups, and he's actually shown us, exactly what had happened.
Man, Robbie, I mean, this absolutely blows my mind. And I guess what blows my mind is this isn't a one-off. I mean, this is something Rady does. They figure out a way to make sure that, I mean, your kids are going to live through these traumatic experiences.
Yeah, it's truly amazing because Rady Children's is on the forefront on anything that will help these little kids. They push the gas pedal full throttle to try to, have the technology to be a step of the head of the curve.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Well, and check out Reef now. He's got a great smile.
Yep.
Loves surfing, paddleboarding, getting out on the water, super active. None of that happens without Rady Children's. And Robbie, you said it. He was in the NICU for a lot of that. Well, 44 beds in the NICU this morning are full of kids who are too sick and need medical attention around the clock. So that's where your donations are going right now, to help kids like Reef to become a superstar like he is today, surfing all the time in the ocean. You big time surfer?
Yeah, you are?
Yeah.
But how often you get out there on the water? Every day. You guys are cutting into my surf time right now.
Yeah, we live in Ocean Beach, so we get out quite a bit. But his big thing right now is soccer and water polo, and he's a sports guy. That's why I wanted to join you guys this morning.
No, it's awesome, man. An active kid, loving life.
Yeah.
Talkative as well. What's the I don't want to say prognosis, but what's left on the slate here? Does he still have to go back to Rady?
Yeah, for the first couple of years, we went back twice a year to Rady's to get imaging and just to meet with Dr. Levy. Now we're down to once a year follow-up visits, and they're kind of tapering off. And Dr. Levy says that there should be no lingering effects whatsoever with his life. He'll probably never play football, but that's okay. We're good.
Right. That's fine. How do you feel about Rady, Reef? Pretty good. Just all smiles. That works for me.
Well, I have a note here that says that Dr. Levy is a superhero, and that's something that you said. How do you feel about Dr. Levy?
He's amazing.
Yeah. Do you, I mean,
I would probably be dead without him.
good Lord. Come on. Oh, you know what? I mean, there it is. That's the reason to donate right there. You text 760 to 51555. I mean, come on, Reef. Come on. You're hitting home runs. Unbelievable. Look, man, we appreciate you coming by. It's these stories. I don't even know how to process them sometimes, because what you guys go through trying to make sure that your child is healthy, trying to literally keep them alive, and Rady Children's Hospital is doing that. I mean, do you guys think about that ever, Robbie? Of like, if we didn't have Rady, we don't have Reef.
Absolutely. I work in the fire service, and we dropped off a lot of kids to Rady Children's, but you don't realize what goes on behind the doors until you're actually part of it. And we are so lucky here in San Diego to have this facility, like I said, that has these amazing doctors. And it's more than just the doctors, even the janitors and the nurses and everyone there is just happy and trying to make your day a little bit better.
Yeah, you work in the fire service. You see a lot of things. You see a lot of kids that you just said you take to Rady. I mean, some of the stories coming out of that, I bet, are incredible. Do you have any that stick out?
Just not to get into too much stuff, but like I said, you take these kids that are in a not very good shape, and now I know it's like if it's a choice, go to this hospital or this hospital. If they're a kid, straight to Rady's because they'll get the care that they need there.
Right, right, right. And then, I mean, do you see a lot of people from not only San Diego? Do they reach out to you about Rady, saying, maybe they're from LA,
No,
maybe they're from the Inland
when we were
Empire?
there, we met people from Hawaii and other places that are far away, and they're living across the street. They're living in hotels because their kids are getting the treatment that they can't get at their home. So
Hmm.
they come all this way. We met several families from the islands that were staying there, having their kids as patients at Rady's.
Incredible,
So Reef is
incredible.
a success story out of the NICU unit over there at Rady Children's, but there's 44 full beds in the NICU this morning. We just got those numbers today, so make sure you can donate today and help 44 kids be success stories just like Reef, because man, this kid is awesome. He's got a great smile. I love how active he is, and on our sheet at least, it says there's no expected long-term effects. And Reef is going to live a long and healthy life, and a lot of that is due to Rady Children's Hospital and the strength of you, Robbie, and your wife.
Mhm.
And it's one of those stories that sticks with you.
Yeah, without a doubt. You also have an amazing head of hair.
I'm so
Yeah,
jealous.
I mean are you going to be a model? Is that what the plan is?
I want to play soccer.
Yeah, it's a good call. It's a good call. I get that. I get that in a big way. Robbie, Reef, appreciate you guys being here. I mean, the success story, the story of life, absolutely amazing. Gosh, man, you're pulling on the heartstrings, but it's the iHeartRadio Children's Giveathon. It's happening all day here on San Diego Sports 760. We are doing everything we can to raise as much money as possible for Rady Children's Hospital because of the great things they do, like saving Reef's life, literally changing Reef's parents' lives and making sure that course stays on the correct one. Absolutely unbelievable, but we need your help. It is a match right now. It's $5,000 match. So we got to get all of it, and we're not quite there yet. So text 760 to 51555, or you can call 1-800-258-0007. The Rady Children's Giveathon, the iHeartRadio Children's Giveathon will continue coming up next. That's right. You got the numbers there. It's the iHeartRadio Children's Giveathon. It's happening all day today, all day tomorrow. We just had Reef and his dad here in studio. Rich would have cried on that one, Fletch.
Big time.
He would have cried on that one. That was pulling the heartstrings for sure. Rich out sick today again, which we're hoping he's back tomorrow. We're hoping he's getting some rest. He has enough strength. He can come back in tomorrow and then finish strong here on day 2 of iHeartRadio Children's Giveathon.
Some of the numbers we've gotten this morning, and I'll start this by telling you how to donate, which is calling 1-800-258-0007 or texting the number 760 to 51555. That's the station name, 760 to the number 51555. Because these numbers are a little bit shocking. 378 kids this morning are at Rady Children's Hospital receiving treatment. 38 beds in the cancer and blood disorders room. 34 of them are full. 149 beds in the surgical unit. 103 of those beds are full. 58 beds in the NICU. And that's the tough one. 44 of those beds are full this morning, meaning there are babies who were recently born who are too sick to leave the hospital and go home with their families. They will be in the hospital most likely through the entire holiday season, and that's where your money's going. It stays right here in San Diego. We appreciate every single donation we get. These are the 2 days a year that we really ask you to be generous, and we'd love to see some more of those names pop up on the screen here this morning.
Yeah, without a doubt, and there is no donation that's too small. I mean, literally, if you can donate $1, donate $1. I mean, it'll go a long way at Rady Children's Hospital. Trust us, they know how to use the money correctly. So, I mean, literally anything you can do. And by the way, anything you can do will be doubled for the rest of this hour, which is we're dwindling down. We're
got
down to
11 minutes. 11 minutes to match your donation right now.
That's right. And then so in 11 minutes, we will get an update, by the way, from the San Diego County Credit Union Tote Board as we get some numbers coming in here. But we're doing our best to raise as much money as possible. Debbie, come on, Debbie. Wow, this is what I'm talking
That's
about.
Amazing, Debbie. Thank you.
Oh, my
$228 from Debbie.
Come on. Doubled, by the way. Doubled.
What is that? Do math.
The 456. $456, Debbie.
That's awesome.
Come on.
Any added motivation? I'm going to pull at everyone's heartstrings today. I've boosted the audio in case you couldn't hear it when Reef said it, but listen to a 5-second clip from our interview with Reef when I was talking about his doctor, Sean Levy. Well, I have a note here that says that Dr. Levy is a superhero, and that's something that you said. How do you feel about Dr. Levy?
He's amazing. I would probably be dead without him.
Yeah.
760 to 51555.
That happened. Donna. Oh my gosh, Donna. Come on. Thank you so much. Unbelievable. I mean, come on. Just donated $100. That became $200. Look, we are very fortunate to have a dedicated pediatric facility right here in our own backyard. The Rady Children's team is specially trained to treat kids. The equipment is sized for even the tiniest patient, and the hospital is thoughtfully designed with kids in mind. And look, Reef, who was just in here, he had a blood clot in his brain. The doctors over there went, well, you know what we'll do is we'll take some of these CT scans, and then we will figure out if we can make a 3D model that I can then practice this procedure on a 3D model. I mean, what are we doing here? This is the kind of stuff you see on Grey's Anatomy that you go, yeah, but that doesn't really happen. It does at Rady. We're pretty lucky. That's why we're doing this thing. iHeartRadio Children's Giveathon happening all day tomorrow.
Before the end of the hour, we need to get some more donations in here because every donation is matched this hour up to $5,000. Thank you to the Reynolds family. But we got a number to put on it, 44. That is the amount of kids like Reef who are waking up in the NICU this morning, in the neonatal intensive care unit, who are too sick to go home. These babies were born within the last couple of weeks. They're going to be at Rady Children's Hospital, most likely through the entire holiday season. That is why we're doing the Giveathon today. It's for those babies. 44 beds full. So $44 is the donation we're asking from now till the end of the hour. That turns into $88. A lot can be done with $88.
I love it. I love every bit of this, man. I also love the fact that Tommy DeVito is the quarterback for the New York Giants.
Talking Tommy Cutlets?
I'm talking Tommy Cutlets, DeVito, man. Which, by the way, on it was the Monday night game, right? I don't know why that seems so far away, but yeah. So the Monday night game during the Manning cast, they kept showing Tommy DeVito's agent, who was I can't remember his name, Sean Cottarelli, whatever
Not
his
important.
name is. That you know what they call him? The Italian Stallion. Okay,
Isn't that
what's
Rocky's
important.
name?
That was Rocky's name, and he kind of looks like a young Rocky. I'm not gonna lie. He's got the fedora hat. He's got a cigar. You know, he's the Italian Stallion, Tommy DeVito's agent. Peyton Manning and Eli Manning kind of called him out. He said, "You know what? I heard his name was Slimy. I heard that was the nickname for him." So they were kind of making fun of him. Tommy DeVito has now issued a challenge against Peyton Manning, and I don't think I understand it. He wants to challenge Peyton Manning to a foot race. Yeah, I don't get it.
It sounds like something Ben Fletcher would do.
Right. It does sound like that, but I think I could probably beat Peyton Manning in a foot race.
Yeah, have you seen the highlights?
not
There's the
very
one
fast.
touchdown he had. It may have been with the Broncos, but I think it was with the Colts, where it was like a fake handoff and then Peyton just popped out to the side.
Yeah.
They've actually done tracking on that to tell you how slow he was going.
Right.
And it's like the slowest recorded run in NFL history.
Yeah, I do believe that was with the Broncos 2015 era.
After a couple neck surgeries.
After a couple neck surgeries, which I'm going to tell you, he may have been faster at that point in time in his career. He was not a very mobile guy.
Okay, just throwing this out there. We've almost tripled the amount of money we did in the first hour.
Yeah.
Here in the second hour. We'll have the exact number for you coming up on the other side of this commercial break.
Are you getting an update already?
Yeah, this is working. What we're
Wow.
doing, TD. So we're going to keep doing it and tell you to donate, and donate right now. 760 is the number you text to the number 51555. If you text it, we will see it pop up on the board right here. We will give you and your business a shout out. So make sure you text 760 to 51555 to donate to the Rady Children's Giveathon to help kids like Reef, who is going to have a full recovery. And we saw Reef in studio today. He might not have been super easy to hear, but it was easy for us to see on his face. That is one happy kid, man.
Yeah, it's also easy to see the look on his dad's face as his dad gets a little teary-eyed looking at his kid, because he knows as well, without Rady Children's Hospital, Reef is not here with us.
You got 5 more minutes to match your donation.
Boom.
5 minutes, and we're asking for $44 donations, but $440 donations work too. We need to get up to that $5,000 match. 760 is the number to text to 51555. Do it now before the end of the hour, so your donation becomes double your donation.
Woo! Yeah, the iHeartRadio Children's Giveathon. Some more stories of hope and healing. We're going to keep it going here. We're going to raise a whole lot more money, and we're going to update you on where we're at here coming up next.
Hour 3 on Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. This update presented by Macy's Backstage. Busy day here for the Rady Children's Giveathon. Donate. Text 760 to 51555 or call 1-800-258-0007. We will be here on the other side to pick up your call. But in the NFL, Justin Herbert going to miss the rest of the season. He fractured his finger. He's going to have surgery. Baseball, Giants sign outfielder Jung-Hoo Lee to a 6-year, $113 million deal. Lee considered to be the best player out of the KBO. What will you find at Macy's Backstage? How about the perfect holiday gifts, just $25 and under, like matching family PJs, fragrance sets, toys, and more? Find the latest trends, new arrivals, and at great prices at a Macy's Backstage store near you.
Yeah, doing it all day here. The iHeartRadio Children's Giveathon. Doing it all day tomorrow as well because it is special. It is needed. Rady Children's Hospital means a whole lot to San Diego County and outside of San Diego County. To be quite honest, we keep hearing stories about how many people come in from LA, the Inland Empire, Hawaii, Arizona, Nevada, driving in because that's how special the care is at Rady Children's Hospital. It's next level. It's different. They are literally saving lives, and that's what we're trying to do here is raise money so we can keep saving lives and save more lives because I promise you, you talk to anybody here in San Diego, and there is a story. Somehow they have one that's related to Rady Children's Hospital. I do. Yeah, I do. No, I absolutely.
Let it rip.
Well, I mean, look, my son, he was born with rickets, which a lot of doctors went, there's no way he has rickets. We don't know what that is. That's something that went away in the Great Depression era. It's a genetic disorder. X-linked hypophosphatemic rickets is what it is. And we went to a million different doctors who kind of shrugged their shoulders. They didn't know what to do. And somebody said, you need to go down to Rady. We went to Rady. They knew exactly what to do. They knew exactly what it was. They walked us through exactly how we were going to treat this thing. And then they also said, hey, guess what? The people who we're going to send you to know exactly what to do. So we were actually working with Rady. They actually sent us out to LA to Shriners. So they worked hand in hand to kind of follow him along here and make sure that he had the care he needed, had a few surgeries, went to Rady for recovery. And I mean, here he is today, 20 years old, and you can't tell that there's anything wrong, and it's wonderful. I mean, they're beautiful people.
He's now making all the mistakes that 20-year-olds make.
Exactly,
like
correct.
Buying $5,000 worth of baseball cards.
He did do that.
Talking an unnecessary amount of crap to me.
He does do that. He does do that. He really feels like he could completely dominate you in basketball.
But he is a great kid. And we do love him, and I'm glad that Rady Children's was there for him, and I'm glad Rady Children's is there for everybody. Travis, we have a new number that we got just in hour 2 today, and I need to hear that from you.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead. We're going to check in on the San Diego County Credit Union Tote Board. The update here, last hour raised $27,300.60. Wow, how about that? 27 grand, and then we had a match on that as well. So I think you can add another $5,000 to that total.
So between the just over 11,000 in our first hour, 27,000 in hour 2, what are we going to do in hour 3? If we tripled it last time, are we up in the 60,000s for hour 3?
Well, if we're tripling, we're hitting 70,000, $75,000.
Let it rip, peeps. You got some work to do.
Let it rip, tater chip.
So for the text, you put in your phone, you open it up, you add a new text message, you type in the number 51555. That's who you're sending it to. You just type the letter or the number 760-760 to 51555. They'll send you back a link. It takes 30 seconds to fill everything out, and you can become a hero. If you become a hero, you're going to get 2 free passes to SeaWorld. If you just want to do a one-time donation, you are just going to be a hero on this show because we will shout you out and we will love you forever.
That's right. If you got a business you want to have shout out as well, go ahead and let us know. We will shout out your business so we can get you a plug there or whatever. Maybe you just work for a company and you're like, I really want them to be said on the radio. We'll do it. We'll do whatever you need us to do.
Yeah, we don't care your motivation. We just care about your money.
It's correct.
Now give it to us.
That's right. That's right, man.
But
Looking
it's not
at the
us. It's Rady Children's Hospital. Like we've talked about the money before and where it goes. It stays here in San Diego at Rady Children's Hospital, leading to new innovative ways to treat patients who are literally the size of your hand. Like that's Reef's story, man.
Right.
They had to just come up with a new way to treat a kid with they had to make a 3D model of his blood. So if you're thinking about what you're going to donate to this summer, if you need the tax write-offs, this is the one to do. Rady Children's Giveathon here at iHeart San Diego. 378 kids are waking up this morning at Rady Children's Hospital. 378 kids are waking up in the hospital today when they should be playing with their friends, getting ready for the holiday season. So text 760 to 51555. Give that gift of hope.
Wait, hold on here. I just got this word. The Quintero family. They're going to throw down a match this hour as well. Come on, everybody. A $10,000 match happening this hour by the Quintero family. Give me a break. 1-800-258-0007. Call right now. Let's take care of that match as well. I mean, anything you can. If you'd like to be a hero, $19 a month makes you a hero. It also is going to give you 2 tickets to SeaWorld, courtesy of SeaWorld San Diego, who were here earlier, and they brought Pete the Penguin. And I'm not going to lie, it was one of the coolest days of my life.
Excuse me.
You're going to cry. You're going to cry.
I am. Have you ever pet a penguin before?
I have never touched a penguin.
Not what I was expecting a penguin to feel like.
I've never seen a penguin not behind glass.
I think same.
Yeah. So, I mean, well, I don't know. Maybe there's like
I
something
really
you
wanted
look
Morgan
down.
Freeman's voice to come over and start talking about the penguin marching.
Yes, that's correct. Alexander, there we go. From Fallbrook, $50. Boom. Getting a donation. That's getting doubled right now with the match. So that's $100 donation. Come on.
Thank you, Alexander.
Yeah, thank you so much. You the man. I mean, this is awesome. This is awesome. We're going to have some more stories here. Aiden going to be joining us here in just a few minutes. And we got something cool happening at 8:30. I mean, very cool. I have never got to do this either, so I can't wait. I can't spoil it because I don't know if anybody's listening.
Don't spoil it, but this is new this year to the Rady Children's Giveathon.
Fun.
This is something we've never done before. And when you talk about the moments that'll pull at your heartstrings, I promise this is going to be one of them coming up at 8:30 today. It's a good thing Rich isn't here today, to be completely honest, because he would have lost it 3 or 4 times throughout the show.
No, but that's some of my favorite parts. I love it when Rich loses it. So I'm a little bummed. I'm hoping he feels better. He can join us again tomorrow, and we can pull on those heartstrings as well. So Aiden's walking in studio. Aiden, if you want to have a seat right here, you can, buddy.
You get him situated here.
Yeah. Hang on.
I'll read some more numbers for people out there. 149 beds this morning in the medical surgical unit. Today, 103 of those beds are full. That means 103 people in our community, their children, they're recovering from a surgery or need to be monitored for an illness this morning. 58 beds in the NICU unit. Those are the babies, man. Those are babies who were recently born so sick that they need constant medical care. 44 babies in the NICU this morning. This is why we need your donations today and tomorrow. 24 beds in the pediatric intensive care unit. That's the PICU. 22 of them are full this morning. 22 kids experiencing serious trauma, illness, or surgery. They require hospitalization. They'll probably be there through this entire holiday season. And 30 beds in the cardiothoracic intensive care unit today. 24 of those beds are full. These are patients with cardiac issues, heart issues, kids who will be in the hospital through this holiday season. That's why we need your money now. That's why we need your donations now. So text us 760 to the number 51555. Any donation is matched this hour up to $10,000. Thank you to the Quintero family. And we need to hit that $10,000 within the next 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
Make it 15 minutes. We're going to make it happen. Did you thank the sponsors as well?
Oh, I did
Okay.
earlier, but not just now.
Okay. Well, we got Jersey Mike's, San Diego County Credit Union, Nova Kombucha, Cable Pipe and Leak Detection, Indian Motorcycle of San Diego, J-Lab Audio, and of course, SeaWorld, all helping us make this thing go down. Thank you to all our sponsors. Anybody that would like to contribute at all, you want to text 760 to 51555, or just go to our sponsors, help them out as well because they're doing good things. So thank you very much. Meanwhile, Aiden in studio joining us, his mom Julie. How are you guys?
Hi, we're great. How are you?
You're fantastic. You know what? It doesn't quite feel like the holidays until we get to the Rady Children's Giveathon. Then all of a sudden, your hearts start to get full, and it starts to feel like, oh, this is the time of year. This is the
Yeah.
reason right here.
That's how we feel too.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
Aiden, how are you, buddy?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like doing these?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're. This is old hat for you now. This is a staple. You've done a couple of these interviews.
Yeah.
Yeah. Julie, tell me about the story here. So this started while you were pregnant.
While I was pregnant, yeah, I found out about 4 months old. About 4 months into the pregnancy that he had a heart defect, and that we would have to, stay close to a level 4 cardiac NICU in order to have give birth.
Yeah.
And they found some other things along the way, but right after I had him, the amazing doctors from Rady Children's Hospital came over and they life flighted him. I'm giggling because he's laughing so hard over there and smiling so big.
Yeah, exactly. You're talking about the most serious thing on planet Earth, and he's giggling through it, but
which is exactly what he does.
Yeah, but because Aiden, come on, you make my heart smile, man.
Yeah,
and I think you do that to every single person you meet. You're walking around the station here. I can see people look over.
Yeah.
Their faces light up. They're beaming because you are a ray of light, buddy.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah.
How about prayer for us?
He is he's a ray of light, and he has had that energy since he was born, and I'm telling you, that's what got him through. And the doctors at Rady's, he is a teenager now. Aiden, excuse me. Sorry about that.
Sorry, no, that's the best. Come on. Wow, I feel like he's part of the sports team here. Yeah. We're not supposed to egg him on?
My goodness,
Come
yes,
on.
please.
Come on.
You're like an uncle.
Fantastic. Oh man, I look over. Fletch just starts busting up laughing behind the glass. Oh, it's great.
Yes, honestly, that ray of light that you're talking about, he's had that from birth.
Oh,
I
really?
mean, when they took him, they brought him over to Rady's. They took him from where I had him. They life flighted him.
Wow.
And within 5 days, I think he had 7 specialists taking care of him.
Holy smokes.
In the intense high-level cardiac NICU where no one could come in and see him. Nobody got to see him till he was like 3 months old, except my husband and myself.
Wow.
So he's really been through it. He had 12 surgeries by the time he was 8.
What does that do to you mentally? Is that why you're going through that, trying to process this?
Lots of prayer, he said. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Lots of prayer. And I knew we were in the right place while we were there, as hard as it was. And I knew we were right where we needed to be. And they took amazing care of him and amazing care of us too. And that's why we do this every year. I would do anything for the Rady's Foundation. They're amazing, and they've saved his life so many times. I mean, look at him.
Right. What? How many times did they save his life?
Well, he's been life flighted twice.
Wow.
He got life flighted back to Rady's
Goodness.
after he went home after 3 months of being in the NICU. He ended up going back in for another open heart surgery. So 2 open heart surgeries by the time he was 4 months old, and some other surgeries after that, and still followed by all the specialists. We go back 2 or 3 times a year to see all of his specialists.
And he's just got the personality that'll light up a room anytime he walks into one, which is why we love Aiden so much. But he was in the NICU, and that's the first time they saved his life. Well, there's 44 kids in the NICU this morning who need their lives saved as well. So get on over, text 760 to the number 51555. You could help save one of those lives, just like Aiden's. And Aiden, it's so good to have you here, man. You love basketball, right?
Yeah.
Basketball's your favorite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that? Basketball, golf, and swim.
Yeah.
How about golf course?
Yeah, you love to be on the golf course.
Yeah. It's nice to be outside, right?
How about baseball?
And baseball too.
Right.
Yeah.
You do it all, buddy.
He does.
Yes.
And you're 15. You're turning 16 next month.
Yes.
We got big plans for your 16th birthday.
Yeah.
and I'll tell you about them later. No, you know what, Julie? You bring up something that I hear a lot. We don't talk about it as much, but it's how Rady treats the. I love Aiden. I love Aiden. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm
you.
trying not to look his way because I don't want to egg him on, but I
No.
do love him. What? Yeah.
Okay.
But how they treat the
They
parents at Rady,
do.
and how they bring you in, they make you part of the family. They make sure that you are taken care of, not just
Yeah,
Aiden.
they did. They and they still do. They take such good care of the parents when you're there, and they know, they get it. This is what they do, and they're like angels, and they just walked us through it and held our hand practically. We were living there. We were living there for months and months. And he's been in the hospital quite a few times over Christmas. So this is a really special season for us also,
Yeah.
and to be a part of this, because he was out there looking out the window at the Christmas trees several years in a row. He was in the
Wow.
hospital around Christmas. So
What does it hurt your heart a little bit at Christmas? I mean, the thoughts that come back.
it tugs at your heart a little
Yeah.
bit, and the memories are there, and pictures pop up and stuff,
Right.
but it just brings a huge smile to my face. And just looking at him, I
Right.
mean,
Right.
look at him. He's so healthy and strong and happy, and he still goes to the doctor all the time. And we pull up to the building and he says, "Oh, doctor," he'll say Dr. Grossfeld or
That's funny.
whichever doctor.
Yeah.
He knows their names.
Yeah.
And Julie, now there's a popular trend, especially since COVID started, of something called foster fails, where you are fostering a puppy and then all of a sudden it's a failure because you're keeping the puppy. But you now work with Rady Children's Hospital, which is a story we hear a ton also, where a family who gets affected by Rady Children's then turns around and either becomes a nurse or merges businesses. And now you are working with DS Action, right?
Yes, I am.
And you work side by side with Rady Children's Hospital. Let us know
We
about
do.
that.
Well, I work with DS Action. It's the Down syndrome. It's Down Syndrome Action. They funded the Down Syndrome Center at Rady Children's Hospital. And gosh, they're in their 16th or 17th year, which was right after he was born. We took him over there to the Down Syndrome Center, and we met so many specialists and all the specialized therapists and dentists and all the different specialties in one visit, one stop at
Wow.
that Down Syndrome Center. The only one like it in Southern California, and it's amazing. And you're right. Now I'm in my 5th year of working with DS Action and continuing to help them raise funds for Rady's and the Down Syndrome Clinic. Yeah.
Pretty incredible, man. They are
Thank you.
changing lives at Rady. And
Yes.
I know they changed yours because they saved your son's life
Yes.
multiple times. Literally, Aiden is not with us without Rady Children's Hospital.
That's so true. Yeah.
Man, it's
Yep.
absolutely amazing. We need you to text right now. Text 760 to 51555, or you can call 1-800-258-0007. Anything you can donate, we would love to have it. Rady needs your help. And anything you donate gets matched this hour up to $10,000. So if you donate $10, it becomes $20. 20 becomes 40. I mean, anything you can do here goes a long, long ways.
And Julie, Aiden was in the NICU. What can you tell to people right now to get them to donate? Because there are 44 kids in the NICU right now.
Oh my goodness. Those kids and those families need us. And we all know how San Diego comes together and makes things happen. I get so emotional. And they need us. They need us. The support that they give and the little extras that Rady does to make the families feel more comfortable, because the doctors and the nurses are the rock stars making it all happen and keeping our kids alive. And anything we can do to help with all the little things, the posters they would hang in his room and the books they would make and all the colorful stickers, and anything they could do to just brighten up that little bed that he's in the room full of intense cardiac NICU beds. Anything we could do, that's what the foundation does. They do all those little extras. And
Julie, don't start crying. don't start crying, because I'll start crying. I'm a sympathy crier, so I'll cry right along with you.
I'm a sympathy burper, but I haven't started going yet.
Man, oh man, gosh, when you talk about your time at Rady, and you spent, you lived there, you spent months there. Did you run into other families that you became lifelong friends with because of your time at Rady?
We did. I still keep in touch with some of the nurses from when he was a baby. It makes such a difference. You are spending your lives there, and we do still run into families, and we run into families here that we knew from 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. So it's just you do become a family. It's the Rady family, and it's just changing lives, making it happen.
We hear that over and over and over again. And if you want to be part of the Rady family, donate. I mean, any donation goes a long way, and you will literally become part of that Rady family because now you are connected to it as well. Look, we're a large county, but we're a small community.
Yes.
And it does feel like we are family here, and we are very, very lucky to have Rady Children's Hospital right here in our own backyard. Man, Julie, Aiden, appreciate you coming in. Appreciate you hanging out. By the way, that's a fantastic coat, buddy. That is a fantastic
It is.
Christmas
You
coat.
say thank you.
There you go.
I love it.
We've
I
done
love it.
56 donations this hour. We want to get up to 100 donations before this hour is up. Remember, there's a $10,000 match going on right now from the Quintero family. So 760 to the number 51555. That's what you got to text to make a donation right now. Aiden, we love you, pal. Thank you for coming.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. The iHeartRady Children's Giveathon happening all day today, happening all day tomorrow. Very, very special. We're going to keep it going here. And we got something very, very cool coming up next. It's the iHeartRadio Children's Giveathon. We got a $10,000 match we are trying to hit. We need to get to 100 one-time pledges. We got 35 to go, a lot to do. We got Zoe coming in next, and I promise you're going to want to buckle up for this one.
This update is presented by Macy's Backstage. We will start in the NFL, where Justin Herbert's going to miss the rest of the season after fracturing his finger. Chargers quarterback will undergo surgery. In baseball, Giants sign outfielder Jung-Hoo Lee to a 6-year, $113 million deal. Lee considered to be the best player in the KBO. And in the NBA, Warriors lose to the Suns 119-116 last night. Draymond Green ejected for the third time this season. What will you find at a Macy's Backstage? How about the perfect holiday gifts, just $25 and under, like matching family PJs, fragrance sets, toys, and more? Find the latest trends, new arrivals at great prices at a Macy's Backstage store near you.
Yeah, Big Rich, TD, and Fletch here. Just looking at the board, the list of names going across. John just texted in and donated $250. Man, John, thank you. Thank you. That just became $500. If you're listening and you're thinking, how did John text in and do that? Well, he texted 760 to 51555. Or if you don't want to text and you're like, nope, I'd like to call 1-800-258-0007. That's how you make it happen. Isabel also texted in, donated $250. That became $500. Look at this. It's happening. The pledges keep ticking up here, which is absolutely fantastic. Recurring pledges this hour, we're at 5. Sure would nice to be at 10 in the next 30 minutes. I'd like to double that. A recurring pledge means you're a hero. You become a hero. $19 a month is all it takes to do that. You will change lives. Not only change lives, you will save lives. So you'll save lives, and in doing so, you're going to change lives of these parents who, without Rady, wouldn't be sitting in a good spot.
So I just put out a tweet from @BigRichTD Fletch. Go check it out, because we got to spend probably 5 more minutes with Aiden during that commercial break.
Yeah.
Kevin AC, step aside. We have a new best friend. Aiden is the most loving, charismatic guy I think we've ever met, and he has this awesome sense of humor, and he's burping all the time, and it works with us. Kevin AC, you're out, dude. Aiden is in.
Also, snappy dresser.
He looked fly.
Yeah, he's got his red Christmas coat on. He had a velvet fedora hat. He might have been Tommy DeVito's new agent? I don't know.
Hey.
But the iHeartRadio Children's Giveathon happening all day today, all day tomorrow. In studio right now, joining us, Zoe and her mom, Danielle. How are you guys this morning?
We're doing great this morning.
Zoe was going to talk, and then she quickly pushed the mic away to let mom talk here. What? I missed the shout out.
It was
there.
Martin and Bradley's Barbecue in Imperial Beach. Just
Look at
donated $50. That
Yeah.
becomes $100. Martin and Bradley's Barbecue. Go check them out. Thank you.
Yeah, you are anywhere. You know what? If you're not anywhere near, drive down to Imperial Beach to have some barbecue. Those are good people right there. And the barbecue, I bet, is awesome. We should head there after the show.
I want it.
Okay. All right. That's easy to do. Zoe, Danielle, you know what? What's the story here? You guys spent some time at Rady, and it started while you were pregnant, right?
Yep, it did. During my 20-week ultrasound, I found out that Zoe was going to be born without her right hand. So it was pretty big news to take in, and honestly a bit heartbreaking to hear at first. And from that moment on, Rady Children's really was just an invaluable resource for us to learn more about limb differences, and also to learn how Zoe's going to have a very, very capable, full life. Talking to a doctor about the diagnosis and getting reassurance that everything was going to be okay. And as you guys can see, Zoe is a very active young girl.
Yes. Yeah, your hands are full,
Yes.
as well as your
Yes.
lap.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to tell them what your favorite thing to do is?
Sports.
She loves sports, so she's excited to be here today.
She loves sports. I hear she's a big Aztecs fan.
She loves the Aztecs.
Yeah.
Her dad went to SDSU, the sports MBA program. And
how about that?
yeah, so she's a big Padres fan and also a Jets fan. So
And a Jets fan.
yeah,
A Jets fan. Rough year for the Jets.
very rough.
Yeah.
We're used to that. So.
Well, it wasn't supposed to be, though. It wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah.
The hopes were high 4 snaps in. And then hopes were dashed. But Zoe, very active, very happy, very, very beautiful. And you find out she's going to have a limb difference. What causes it? Do you know?
It is pretty unknown, actually. There's not a lot of research, most likely caused by a blood clot that happened while she was in the womb, and just the formation of her arm just didn't fully grow. I feel really fortunate and lucky that she's here, and that out of all the things, there's lots of things that can go wrong during a pregnancy, that this was the only issue we had. And to see her thriving now, and through Rady Children's, just having a community and support and medical knowledge for us right here in our backyard, it's just the most amazing thing.
She's just having a good time because she knows you're distracted. Just swinging around a blanket here.
And Danielle, there's a term here on the sheet that we got that I'm not familiar with, but Zoe likes to brag about it. It's called power arm.
Can you talk about your power arm?
She's not gonna do it. What's the power arm?
The power arm is her special magical arm that has lots of powers, because this girl can surf, swim, rock climb, do gymnastics. She literally can do anything she puts her mind to, and I think a lot of that had to do with just from the start having a supportive doctor and giving us the knowledge of do OT and do all these things. So having that support has been amazing.
Right. No, I mean, it's incredible the things they do at Rady. Look, I mean, just sitting here listening to the laughter of Zoe, you go, wow. I mean, this is what it's all about, right? I mean, she's a healthy, beautiful kid, and nothing has ever happened here.
Yeah, sometimes it's funny. I kind of forget, and I see people staring or kind of looking at her arm, and I'm like, what are they looking at? I'm like, oh, you're right. She doesn't have a hand. And it's because she's so. You have a power arm and a hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This is the hand. This is the hand.
Yep. And so I think sometimes I'm just dealing with a 5-year-old. It's nice that
I'm a 4-year-old.
no, you're not. I've completely lost my train of thought. This is what I'm like at work now,
no,
too.
It's fine. It's fine. That's it. You'll just be that way
Yeah.
for 13 more years.
Yeah. And I think with with Rady Children's, the amount of support they give the community, I think like for us, luckily she's never had really extended hospital stays. She was in the NICU. But like they don't turn away anybody. So every family, every community here in San Diego, they have, they will serve all of us no matter what. If you don't have insurance, they don't turn people away. And I think that is why these funds are so needed, because they're really here to support everyone in our community. So I'm super grateful for them. I have donated to them as well as part of our family's holiday tradition. So really grateful and thankful for everyone and their support today.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. And you can support by texting 760 to 51555. You'll get sent a link there. You can donate. Anything you donate right now gets matched. It will double. So John, $250. Come on. This is fantastic. That becomes $500. We were trying to get to 100 pledges here for the hour, and we're at 85. So we've jumped up 20 something here in the past 10 minutes. That's a beautiful thing. But we need more. Anything you can do goes a long, long ways. And Zoe, you're very active. You seem to have that feeling that nothing phases you, right? Yeah, she's Mom Danielle is going, how long is this interview?
The longest interview I've ever done.
Well, we got a few minutes left.
Yeah, we got a couple minutes
And
left here.
We do want to hear about your relationship with Dr. Phoebe, because that's what every story we love from Rady's has, is the personal connection between you and a doctor, you and a nurse. But your relationship with Dr. Phoebe is one of legend, right?
Yeah, Dr. Phoebe, her full name is Dr. Phoebe Scott Wired. She is just incredible. She is a world expert in what she does. She specializes in working with patients with limb differences. And I'm telling you that how lucky we are to have her here in San Diego. We have families that we know now that will fly here to see her.
Yeah.
Or they'll drive hours to see her. So we're super lucky to have her. And I'm going to stand up so my daughter can sit.
Yep. Very important.
But Dr. Phoebe's she's incredible with kids, and she's also just so patient with parents. And she, I spent my first doctor appointment with her right after Zoe was born. And I probably spent about 2 hours just crying with her.
Oh.
And for her to have a listening ear and be so supportive and just be like, I get it. I understand. And I see kids and families like this, and I can tell you it's going to get better. And here I am today, 5 years later, like literally like juggling my child who like.
You're doing very well, by the way. The patience level is next level. It's fantastic.
So I think that Dr. Phoebe from day one, the first moment I met her, was just a human being. She was just there to listen and almost like a therapist for us at first.
Mm-hmm.
But now just her knowledge of what should be developing, what her milestones should be, occupational therapy practices, options for prosthetics if we choose to do a prosthetic later on. She has so much knowledge and is just such a kind human being.
Yeah.
She's one of our favorite people in the world. So definitely very grateful for her.
I love hearing these stories, because every single one of them it ends with this relationship you have with Rady, with the doctors, and it's very, very special. And it's something that I've never heard of outside of Rady Children's Hospital. I mean, the things they do are incredible.
Yeah. We see other specialists, or we go to other medical facilities, but she stands out, and Rady stands out because of just the care they have for the children of our community. And again, like people, I just think the fact that people fly to go to Rady Children's Hospital says enough
that
about
says
it.
something, right?
Yeah.
Zoe, we got something special we want to do for you. You want to do something special? Wait, we got a crowd of people waiting outside the door. Let's bring them on in. Zoe, check out what's coming in here through the door. Yeah, it is the holiday season. It's the holiday spirit.
What is this?
Rady Children's Hospital wheeling in a bike and a helmet.
Oh my goodness.
Zoe, that's your bike. What? Oh, doesn't even know how to process
She loves it.
Listen,
I think she's a little overwhelmed, but it's a beautiful bike.
Look at that. How about that? Bike surprise. Come on now. I get it. I get being overwhelmed. Rady Children's Hospital. Zoe, come on now. I get it. No, we love you. You're a sweetheart. Danielle, you got your hands full. I love that too. I love it. You know what? Guess what? This is parenting.
Yeah, this is first class parenting right
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
We're up to 91. We need 9 more.
Yeah, come on. Keep it rolling. Text 760 to 51555 or call 1-800-258-0007 to donate. Anything you can do goes a long way. Robert, thank you so much, buddy. Just donated $25 as a monthly. There we go.
That's a hero,
He's a
baby.
hero. He's going to get 2 tickets to SeaWorld San Diego. Thank you so much for everything you do. The iHeartRadio Children's Giveathon will continue next.
Today is a day of giving, and we love that we're doing this with Rady Children's Hospital today. And if you would like to support the Giveathon, 760 is the number to text, and you text it to 51555. Again, text to the number 51555, and then in the message, it's 760. But I do want to take this quick time out to tell you about Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the #1 daily fantasy sports platform in North America, and they got a special offer for my listeners today. That is prizepicks.com/Fletch. You are going to get a first deposit match up to $100. So get on over to prizepicks.com/Fletch. They're going to match your first deposit up to $100. It's the #1 daily fantasy sports platform on the continent for a reason. It's because it's easy to do. It's easy to get in. It's easy to withdraw your funds, and it's easy to win. I won just last night on an NBA player pick'em. So get on over to prizepicks.com/Fletch. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. My favorite part about Prize Picks by far, if you have a 6-person entry and only 4 of your projections are correct, you still win a portion of your entry back. Prize Picks is no joke, man. Quick withdrawals, easy gameplay, and an enormous selection of players, sports, and stat types. Doesn't even have to be sports. On Taco Tuesday, they have some specials up there for online gamers, so you can get anything you want from Prize Picks. Taco Tuesday, by the way, is an incredible promotion that runs on Tuesdays. If you missed out on it yesterday, it will be back again next week. They constantly have specials, discounted player projections, discounted stat types. It makes it easy for you to get in and for you to win. So get on over to prizepicks.com/Fletch. They're the only ones doing it the way they do. Just deposit $100 and your $100 will be matched. Prizepicks.com/Fletch, the #1 daily fantasy sports platform on the continent.
Yeah, we did it. We broke a record here at iHeart San Diego. This show, the only show to make a child cry during the iHeart Rady Children's Giveathon. So how about that? We got that going for us. Pretty
I blame
good.
you.
Look, we were trying to gift a bike. I think she was overwhelmed because like 30 people walked in the room.
That's the bigger deal than the bike.
Right.
She wanted the bike.
Yeah.
She didn't want 15 people to charge it. Like it did,
Yes.
the entire time she was laughing,
She was
giggling,
having a
having
good
the time of her life.
Right.
And then it's like
then we
10
blew
people.
it.
Just,
It's good.
by the way, we did go over 100 people this hour. Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you to every
Yeah.
single person that donated. I did just get really excited because I saw a $2,000 donation come in, which that's incredible. That's amazing, but it wasn't on our station.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's okay. I mean,
It's
the money's the
fine.
money. And I know
Yeah.
I should be happy about that, but I want a $2,000 donation on our station.
Whoa. We're doing triple donation right now until 9 a.m.
Huh?
We
Who said
got
that?
What? I just got a text. I got a text. Well, so we're doing triple the money. So anything you donate right now gets tripled. Come on.
All right, if you've been thinking about it
Yeah.
and you're not sure if you're going to, you have until 9 o'clock this morning. Text right now, 760 to the number 51555. Every single thing you donate right now, $1, $3, $30, $90.
Yep.
Do
Yep.
more math for me.
Whatever the math is, $100,
$300.
Right. No, it's it goes a long way. So if you want to donate, text 760 to 51555 or call 1-800-258-0007.
David, $50. That's $150. Thank you,
Yeah,
David.
That's what I'm talking about. A lot of people to thank here, though. Jersey Mike's, San Diego County Credit Union, which we're trying to wait for an update here on the tote board. Hopefully we can get a number about what we've raised this hour before we get out of here in the next couple minutes. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Nova Kombucha, Cable Pipe and Leak Detection, Indian Motorcycle of San Diego, JLab Audio, SeaWorld, which, by the way, SeaWorld as well. I just saw Todd wheeling Pete, I think, out of the building, and I was hoping I could get one more shot to talk to the penguin.
Pistol Pete's my boy.
Yeah, Pistol Pete the penguin.
I think I made two new best friends on the show today. Aiden, who just snuck his way into our hearts and he'll be there forever. We love that kid.
Yes.
And then Pistol Pete, the penguin.
Pistol Pete the penguin is very cool. I also got to meet Murphy, the mini sheepadoodle.
There's a dog here?
There's a dog here, and he's the sweetest, second sweetest pups ever.
Other than Brock.
Right. Brock, by the way, just sitting at home, waiting for dad to come home. Meanwhile, Murphy's hanging out here at the station with penguins.
All right, you got 8 minutes left to donate in this hour. This is going on all day long, though, so I'll actually be back with the Darren Smith Show a little later on today.
Woo!
We'll be doing it then. John and Jim will have it as well. You'll hear stories mixed in throughout Colin Cowherd's show today. But stay locked into San Diego Sports 760 and keep the donations coming. Again, if you donate just $19 a month, Travis did the math for you earlier. That's one less cup of coffee a week.
Right.
You will become a hero, and you'll get a pair of tickets to SeaWorld to take you and the missus or you and the kiddo. And just remember when you have that kiddo, how lucky you are, because 44 kids are waking up this morning in the NICU. That's the neonatal intensive care unit. Those are babies that were recently born so sick that they need constant medical care. 378 kids are waking up this morning in Rady Children's Hospital. That's 378 kids who aren't doing fun classroom activities today with their teacher about the holiday season because they're in the hospital. So that's where your donations are going. They're all staying right here in San Diego. And it's important. It's an important thing to do. I love these two shows because it's the time of year where we feel like we make a big impact on the community, but it's not us. It's you, the listener, driving in your car this morning. So text 760 to 51555. Make a big difference today.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's what we're doing. We're going to keep doing it because it's very, very important. We are very, very lucky to have a Rady Children's Hospital here in our backyard in San Diego, saving lives, changing lives. Every single story you hear, it has the same underlying sentiment of without Rady, our kids aren't here.
We just got the number.
We got the number. We got the update.
The San Diego County Credit Union Tote Board update this hour alone from 8 a.m. to 8:54. You people out there raised $52,000, $52,865.
How about that? Almost $53,000 in an hour, and there's still a few minutes left here. So if you want that money tripled, now's the time to do it, man. We can clip 60 grand this hour. Come on, it's huge.
It's not that hard to do.
Nope, we can do it. We love you guys. Thank you so much. In fact, I mean, that's where the thank yous lie today, right? All of these listeners, every single one of you, texting in, calling in, donating your time, donating your money. you are literally saving lives.
There's the number one more time. Call 1-800-258-0007. That's 1-800-258-0007 or text 760 to 51555.
Colin Coward on the Herd coming up next. We'll see you tomorrow.